Hi, Ron Craig back again with our third installment of our unique bookcase building project. After all the boards are cut, sanded, stained, and polyurethane, and they're dry and the screws are out, in the living room on this rug I put a big old bed sheet, and then I bring the boards in and lay them out around the side. And you'll see two dining chairs here, because we're going to start putting this together. At this point, I'm working by myself. I don't have any help, so I'll take these two chairs. And then remember, the back board is 2 feet wide, so that'll be 2 feet tall standing up. So I use books, shoe boxes, whatever I have to make the sideboard fit the back. I'm going to lean the back up against it, put that board down flat, and then I'm going to put the little finishing nails, putting it together. Also remember that you got about a 2.5 inch shift, so that the side panel will be 2.5 inches away from the one end of that backboard, and it'll be the opposite down there. You got to get both boards the same. So you put this first side panel on, and then you flip it over and put it back up here, and then put the second board on. You may have to do a little bit more shifting of your spacers, but you do put your other board up there and make the spaces right on each end, a 2.5 inch, and nail them in, and use your nail punch to slightly indent or put them below the surface. And then you got the back and the two side panels. Then you move the chairs out of the way, and you take the little 2.5 inch bottom board and you install that on the bottom of it, and then you can lay it down on its back, and you can install the bottom shelf and then the top one. And then to me the most difficult part was measuring out the spaces for the bookshelves. And once I got that figured out, then just you measure it and make a little pencil mark on that backboard, and then you take a framing square. I have a framing square. You lay that down and you connect the marks from one side to the other, and then you turn it up and mark the same lines up the side on both sides of the end panels. Once you get your marks in place, then you can start putting your shelving into place, lined up with your lines you have marked, and then put a few finishing nails to hold it in place. Make sure it's flat to the back and on the sides, and put each shelf in. Then when you get it secured, you can turn it up on each side and put more nails in it, and also put those little short screws on the front side on both sides. Then one thing I did that I haven't shown you yet is on the bottom back panel. I'll show you when I get into the bedroom again, where I have that on the wall, have that sitting up in place. Now for the finishing touches on this assembly video, I want you to see on the back side of the bookcase on the bottom, I cut an angle across there so that I could scoot that bookcase about 3/4 of an inch closer to the wall, because of that quarter round sticking out. That works just fine. It makes it closer to the wall. Also, before I brought the bookcase in here, after I assembled it all, put all the nails and screws in the other room, I also put felt around the bottom, all the way around the bottom, the front and the two sides, because the back, you remember, is sticking up. It's not touching the floor. One more item. I didn't want this thing to fall. Didn't want any children or anybody to come in and be able to pull it off. And so I put screws in, studs in the wall. Now to do that, I had to do some measuring. I have a stud finder and a little electronic gizmo And so I moved it across until I found that stud, and I measured from that point right there over to where the middle of that stud, and wrote that down. And then I found the other stud and did that measuring. Then when I got the bookcase in here, I measured from there to here, counted the 3/4 inch, and then subtracted that and came up with the final figure, and I drilled a hole and I hit it. And so that screw goes in through the back of the bookcase into the stud in the wall, and over here as well. I hit both of them. So that secures it. That thing is going nowhere unless I take it loose and take it somewhere else. And so that finishes my description of my unique bookcase building project, which I did myself. And again, maybe you can get some hints from this to help you in your unique project, because each bookcase building project will be different. It'll be custom. It'll be to fit your space and your desire and the kind of material you have and the kind you want to use. So I believe this will help you. And again, this is Ron Craig with one more unique, handy, and helpful household hint. You have a good day now.